Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is November the 27th, 2017, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis, whereby we are giving you the news according to the charts through the price bars and the volume. And as always, you guys can know that the market speaks to us all through the price bars and the volume, and you do not necessarily need to have indicators on your charts. And it also increases your profitability and your confidence in the market because you can foresee where the market is going to go. And we've been showing you guys that consistently here on this channel. And before we get started, you know, I got to give you the disclaimer that we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice. So now the market cap for the overall cryptocurrency market now stands at $304.8 billion. Yesterday, it was at $294 billion. So it has now crossed the threshold of $300 billion. And a lot of the individuals and news pundits are saying that this is just the beginning for the cryptocurrency space. And they are forecasting the market cap to eventually surpass the market cap of gold, which is around $7.1 trillion. So by you guys being in the market this early, you guys should have a substantial profit if you just learn how to hold on to some of these cryptocurrencies that you guys are currently buying. Bitcoin, as always, is up 3.70%. They are now trading around $9,798, close to that $10,000 threshold. The market cap for them is at $163.6 billion, about 53.7% of the market. Ethereum as well is up 1.81. Bitcoin Cash is down 6.13. Ripple ended the day positive, up 6.69. Bitcoin Gold is down 0.5%. Litecoin is up 6.18. Dash also ended the day positive, up 0.67. And IOTA ended the day higher substantially, up 28.66%. They are last trade was at $1.07 according to this website. And Monero is up 10.72. Neo is also up 3.29. And Ethereum Classic finally broke through that resistance area that we've been talking about in our videos, up 17.90%. So the enthusiasm in the cryptocurrency market is still there. The market continues to shoot higher, and when the market is going in one direction, it's awfully easy to give you analysis and price predictions because everyone just sees the market going up. But we will be the ones to show you when the market is going to do a change of tone and move lower. That's one thing that we can offer here for you guys on this particular channel. So let me go ahead and get the browser and Bitfinex set up, and then we'll go ahead and get started for our analysis. So you guys can see on the daily chart for Bitcoin that they are down currently 0.29%. Last trade was at $9,622.60. So we told you that Bitcoin was going to move higher, and we received that same action on today. The volume is about the same, but look at the spread. The spread is a lot smaller than what the spread was yesterday. So it tells us that either the market participants was inside the market today selling, or they were in there buying Bitcoin at this particular price, just to make sure that they could get to that psychological level of $10,000 per Bitcoin. Given the strength of today's bar, it is a precursor of strength. It is a push to go up, and the market at the moment is not moving higher, but we are still forecasting Bitcoin to move higher and just maybe nudge that $10,000 area. You guys can look on the order books and see that there is a huge wall that the market will have to break through in order for them to move higher or above that $10,000 area. And since the market is currently moving lower, I'm going to show you guys on the smaller time frame where Bitcoin can possibly move lower. So this is the 6-hour chart, and the volume is dropping substantially for Bitcoin over the last two completed bars compared to what occurred here. And the market shot lower all the way down to $9,200, but it shot higher which tells us that the market participant was buying just to bring the market back to $9,600. In the last 2 bars, 6-hour bars, the market is not moving higher. So it tells us that the market is getting hit with a lot of selling right now at this particular area. But one of the positive things at this moment is the fact that the market is not moving lower. We are having the market participants buying the shares or the cryptocurrency of Bitcoin right here around that $9,600 area. And if it continues, then you can expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher. But in the event that it does not, let's see how low can Bitcoin go. So definitely the market for Bitcoin can come to and around that $9,500 area that is shown as a support and a resistance area. And eventually, if the market is still giving us precursors and weakness, you can expect it to come to 94 or even all the way back down to $9,200 for Bitcoin. And that is a very substantial drop, just like what occurred on this particular bar. That tells us that the market got hit with a lot of selling, but the buyers came in and sustained the market at that price just for a little while longer, or the interest in higher prices is still there. That's why the market is still trading sideways, and that's why we are continuing to say that Bitcoin is going to continue to move higher. And we're not going to give you a price projection on how high it's going to go, but definitely it's going to get close to that $10,000 area, or might even get back up to that $9,800 area, just like this particular bar right here, where the high was 9,771. So right now Bitcoin is just trading sideways, so just take some patience. But if we do receive a change of tone and the market shoots substantially lower, you need to see that right about now, right where it's trading now. But we are seeing buyers coming in the market. So our analysis for Bitcoin is for them to continue to move higher, but the market may move a little lower, and we gave you those price areas as well. So now we are going to go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 0.85%. Last trade was at $470.68. And you guys can see on this daily price chart that Ethereum is continuing to trade sideways comparative to the open and close of these price bars. The market shot higher on today, all the way up to $491, but the market got hit with some more stockpile, and that's why the bar closed towards the middle of the bar today. So today is kind of like a wash for Ethereum between the buyers and the sellers, because the bar came all the way back down towards the open. So we need to look at a smaller time frame to see what's going to happen. So this is the 3-hour chart for Ethereum, and you guys can see that the market shot lower once it came all the way up to this $490 area, but we are still having buyers at this particular price. But if the volume dwindles and gets smaller as we continue to move out in time, then Ethereum would not be moving higher, but rather it's going to be moving lower. And right now the volume for the last 2 3-hour bars are substantially lighter than the previous bars that we've seen as Ethereum move higher. So the interest in these higher prices currently is not there for Ethereum, but the market is trading sideways, and the market is trying to maintain price at the moment for Ethereum, and we will expect them continue to possibly trade sideways, and that area is going to be back up to $490 to even maybe $500, and it may come all the way back down to $460 or even $450 as well. So those are the price projections that we are giving for Ethereum. So now we are going to go to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is down 5.65%. Last trade was at $1,585. So we had Bitcoin Cash move higher on the day, but stockpile did come in the bar, and we told you where we would expect Bitcoin Cash to move lower, and the market came all the way down to $1,539. And it is a precursor to weakness, the bar that we have here, but it's nothing to necessarily be worried about for the fact that the market only came back to the open from yesterday. But it's something that you need to be cautious of, because the market for Bitcoin Cash is not ready for higher prices, for the fact that the market shot higher on yesterday and then it closed lower today. Lets us know that the market participants are not ready for higher prices. So the best that we can do for Bitcoin Cash at the moment is for them to trade sideways to even maybe a little lower. And that low point can even come all the way back down to that $1,520 area, because the market for Bitcoin Cash as it stands is currently in a down move, and the market came all the way back down to that $1,560 area, which is a key area of support for Bitcoin Cash. And as you can see, the market bounced off of that, and we would expect it to move higher, but it might only go back up to 1,640. But overall, we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to trade sideways to maybe lower, and we gave you that low point to even all the way back down to 1,480. That's possible given the amount of selling that is occurring, or the down move that is currently happening for Bitcoin Cash. Now, if it does move higher, then it can definitely go back up to 1,760, but it's going to take a lot more volume than what we have seen on this chart, especially over the last two completed price bars for Bitcoin Cash. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is up 25, almost 25.5%. I'm sorry, they are up 2.31%. Last trade was at 25.5 cents. That is my mistake. Been a long day. But you guys can see that on this daily price chart for Ripple, that it is continuing to move higher, which is a very good thing for Ripple. And it looks like it's going to make its way back up to that 26 cents area, or even 27 cents, especially to have the market get hit with a stockpile yesterday. The market may come all the way back up to that $26 cents area, as it is currently doing right now. It lets us know that the majority of the volume on today was buying occurring. The market participants was here on this bar buying, so you can definitely at least expect Ripple to possibly come up to 26 cents or even 27 if the market is still in the buying mode. If the market moves lower, then you can expect it to come back down to that 24 cents. So now let's go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 2.97%. Last trade was at $89.56. So Litecoin is still here around that area of resistance that we've been talking about. We almost had that push to go up bar, but the stockpile came in on the bar today. So we need to see a push to go up bar for Litecoin in order for them to break through that previous area of resistance that occurred in the beginning of September. But I can tell you that it is a good sign to see Litecoin taking its time to break through that $92 area, in or around this $92 area, because if it was a quick widespread up bar, then that does run the chance of it moving back down substantially as well. So for Litecoin moving, or taking this time moving toward that $92 area, gives us just a little bit more confidence in saying that they will eventually break through that $92 area. But in the meantime, let's see where Litecoin can come and possibly touch moving lower. So the market for Litecoin is trading sideways at the moment, and it can come back down to that $88 area, or even 86, or even 84, definitely, because we have a lot more bars around that $84 area if the market is not going to be sustained at this price. So the market is currently maintaining itself, but the volume, like we've been talking about on the other cryptocurrency, is currently not being shown at this price. which is a precursor of weakness because the market is showing us that it's not interested in higher prices. So you can expect Litecoin to continue to move sideways or even lower until we either get volume or the market moves lower. Okay, but currently the market overall is definitely giving us precursors of weakness, so we will be expecting Litecoin to move lower, and that's going to be around 88, 86, or even $84, depending on how much the sellers are going to be in control of the market. But that is just short term. The market can, once it touches one of those price areas we mentioned, move higher. So now we are going to go to Dash. So Dash is down 1.53%. Last trade was at $616.58. So again, we have buyers and sellers on today's bar, but the market was still able to close higher than the close from yesterday. But it's a lot of selling, a lot of business going on in the market for Dash. And given the fact that we have stockpile, I need to show you where Dash runs the prospect of trading. So looking at the 1 hour chart, do 3 hours. So Dash is not necessarily moving higher, but it's definitely giving us a slight move lower. You guys can see that the tops of these bars are getting lower as time goes on, which is telling us that the market is not interested in higher prices. We had this substantial stockpile come on this last completed bar, which is why the market is moving lower now. It might find support here and move higher, but if the bar closes towards the low of this bar, then you can expect Dash to come to at least $600 in or around $600. Might even come down to $590 if the interest in higher prices is not there. And we are definitely getting a lot of precursors of weakness up here for Dash. A lot of stockpile is showing itself, and the market will not move higher until all of this stockpile is gone out the market. So that's why we're going with the analysis that Dash will be moving lower, and we said it's going to be around 600 or even 590. It might even come down to 580 if the magnitude of the selling is that hard. But definitely we are getting a lot of stockpile, and the market is just not interested right now in consuming all of that volume. So now let's go to NEO. So NEO is up 0.15%. Last trade was at $39.13. So we're looking at the daily price chart for NEO. The market came all the way up to $42. We just forecasted $40, so it tells you that we are ecstatic about the trade for NEO on today. But as always, we have stockpile on this bar, and that's why the current bar that is forming, it is moving lower, and it might come all the way back down to $38. But you know, we're going to look at a smaller time frame and see where Monero is going to find some support. So this is the 3 hour chart. It came down and touched support at 38.50, and the market is moving higher, and the volume is definitely on this particular bar. So NEO may come all the way back up to $40.50, or even back up to $41.50. But given the fact that the last two bars was not heavy in volume, that's why we have this bar here moving lower, and the market may always come back down to 38 or even $37.50 initially, and then it might find support and move higher. But overall, we're not seeing a lot of precursors of strength for NEO at this time, so we will go with that analysis that NEO will be moving lower, and we already told you around $38 to maybe even $37.50. But if we get more weakness there, then that next area is going to be all the way down at $37. But given the type of bars we see here, we're not getting no precursors of strength. So that's why our analysis for NEO is for them to move lower as well, at least to $38. So now let's go to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is up 23.68%. Last trade was at $26.98. And you guys can see, we told you that it's going to take a push to go bar in order for Ethereum Classic to break through this resistance in the beginning of September. And we had that today, and it was a fantastic move. The volume is back in it as well. That's why the current bar is also moving higher, and that would be in our analysis, as well as for Ethereum to continue to be moving higher. And it looks like it might come all the way back up to $28. The market may come all the way back up to $28 for Ethereum Classic, but in the event that is going to move lower, it might come all the way back down to the low that occurred on today's bar. I'm sorry, the high that occurred on today's bar, which was around $25.84 if it does move lower in or around that area. But it is a very good sign to see Ethereum Classic moving the way it is right now to all-time highs. So now we're going to go to the last one, which is Monero. So Monero is up 4.35%. Last trade was at $171.82, and the market for Monero is moving higher, and we would have expected that if we would have done our video earlier, but we did a little late on today. This is a definite precursor of strength bar, and the market is definitely moving higher, but now we are getting stockpile in the short term in Monero. So now let's see what is going to happen throughout the day on tomorrow for Monero. So definitely the market did move higher for Monero, but this is a definite precursor of weakness. We would like to see the conclusion of this bar, because if it closes to where it is now, then Monero runs the prospect of moving lower. So let's see what it looks like on a 3-hour chart. So this is a definite precursor of weakness that is currently forming for Monero. The market tried to break through that $172 area, and now it's getting hit with a lot of selling, a lot of stockpiling in the market. The market is definitely giving us the volume as well to show us that the sellers are in the market for Monero at this time. Now, if the market closes here, the market for Monero can still move higher, and it might come all the way back up to $176. So definitely the market can come right back down. It did come down to 170. It might come all the way back up to 175 as well, and even back up to 177. But this is a lot of stockpile that will have to be overcome by the market in order for them to move higher. And if the market just trades sideways as it is currently between 170 and 174, the market will run the prospect of moving higher. But if not, then expect it to continue to trade in or around $170 or even $167 as well for the market to come in touch. So that's our analysis for Monero. So that's all we have for today. Appreciate the new subscribers and everyone who continues to watch these videos. You know, it's our purpose to continue to give you this analysis to show you that you don't need to go and learn how to read a chart with indicators, because all you need to learn is the language of the markets. That's all you need in order to be a profitable trader, especially in this volatile cryptocurrency market. Once you can master the language of the markets, then your profitability will increase. We've been showing you guys how to be profitable by showing you the price projections and where the market is likely to go, and we've been on point. And that's how powerful this language is. Excuse the lateness on the video, you know, I had a lot of business to take care of, and to stay true to the channel, to the community, and you all, we still came out with this video for you. So stay profitable, and I will talk to you guys later.